As much as we cared about Earth and all of the delicate treasures that Earth had for us, I mean, how much less are we going to care about Mars? I mean, Mars is like, I don't even like Mars. Like, I don't like Mars, like, aesthetically, conceptually. I mean, the scales are totally unbalanced now. Like, the scales of it, like the scales of our existence are totally off.
Memory is something that has actually sort of transformed now that I have, after my exodus, because memory became something new to me because I lost a lot of my memories somehow in between. I actually lost like facial recognition of some people that I knew in between Earth and Mars. I take what I'm dreaming and I think maybe these dreams are memories, but I don't actually have so many of them on a daily basis. I just wake up and I remember a dream, and I guess I hope it's a memory of before the big shock. So what I started to realize, started to try to do some experiments with different elements, which I thought might re-jog my memory. So then the problem is that since I was no longer with familiar elements of Earth, and I could only go out to collect things from the landscape in this crazy spacesuit, which was so restricting. I couldn't really see what I was doing, so I just grabbed a lot of things and then just tried to melt them together. Perhaps I was creating some sort of like alternate universe through, I don't know, like a combination of space elements. But somehow, at least for me, I started to regain memories. Perhaps they were just like new, and another thing I do to keep my memory going, because I lost some important people in my life, like for example my grandmother. She couldn't come along. I started to write her letters, and I'm doing this every week, and I just kind of write them, and then when I go out of the dome and I just release them, I crunch them up and then I release them into the non-gravity space, and then they just kind of go into the universe, and I hope that she gets them.
Yeah, the moon. It's just different here. And, now we got two of them. And I was used to the one, and grew very fond of it. It's just a perfect circle, on a full moon night. Where here, it's just now they're two different sizes. One's brighter, one's a little lopsided. Uh, it's uh, it's just kind of different, being outside now in the suit, looking at the moons. It's just like nothing really makes me want to separate myself more from Mars than looking at those moons, because I'm usually in the suit and I just want to take it off. so I could just be closer to them. Or, you know, it's almost subconscious, but something about it drives me a bit crazy because it's probably from that old memory of just standing on the shore and feeling so connected to the cosmos, where here it's just a reminder of our disconnection. And I really miss it, but it is kind of cool to have two things moving around in the sky like that. You know, very so often it can, depending on their position, it is kind of cool to witness two bright objects above us.
Do you crack your knuckles at all? Okay.
Rolling.
Hi, I'm Dr. Thomas of the Mars Bioengineering Division. I'm going to be talking to you about the process of terraforming on Mars. So what happens is that instead of using a whole stack of massive fusion reactors and engineering to change the atmosphere, we've decided to use a bioengineering alternative. So we're going to actually use lichen, dark colored lichen, and we're going to grow it on the poles of Mars to absorb the sunlight. So this process should melt the snow and ice on the polar caps and create large bodies of water on Mars. The large bodies of water will change the atmosphere gradually over hundreds of years, and we'll be able to live here on Mars and breathe the atmosphere and change Mars into what Earth used to be.
The way that I felt alienated on Earth was in a very human way. I felt alienated by people. And so it was easy to speculate about going somewhere else, like going to space, being an alien. I mean, the word alien, right? I mean, it's you know, that's still viewed through a human lens. And then actually being in an alien place, I don't know that word even like holds together anymore. There's only feeling alone with and by other people, and that's almost like terrifying because it's both so much more mundane than saying that you're alienated or that you feel like an alien, and it's also perversely comforting because you realize you've brought all of those things from Earth with you, and this is what it means to be human.
That's such a great question, because there are a lot of things I do like that, and part of the rituals too. Unfortunately, for me, I'm one of the. There's a small percentage of us where even though the dome keeps out a lot of the radiation, that like the Martian atmosphere just is incapable of protecting us from radiation like Earth. I learned all this on the ship, but I'm one of the small percentage of people. We have to take medicine 3 times a day to prevent that radiation from causing cancer, and who knows, I may still get a sickness later in life, but this helps me. So I've got a ritual 3 times a day. When I get up after dinner and when I go to bed, I have to drink this crappy pink chalky stuff. Reminds me of Pepto-Bismol on Earth. It's like everything's pink and red on Mars, but I'm grateful that I have this and we have the medicine. But that's a ritual that even when I go off in my imagination and I can forget I'm an immigrant, that kind of reminds me, like, no, it's still, there's still something here that's poisonous if I'm not careful.